so much of why this facility exists, so much of why incarceration exists is because of conflict. And it's like we sort of export our conflicts. And so we're learning here how to do that directly and how to ask for help when we need it. So the three major components were somatic, regulation, creative process, and community building. And it was really important in creating the curriculum to bring evidence-based research, contemporary research, especially as it pertains to trauma, because so many of the incarcerated folks here have some kind of trauma in their background.
Thank you guys. Thank you. You know, they chip and they chisel away at that ugly outer shell and kind of sculpt you into the person you were before the bad things of life, you know, like that before you were, back then when you were innocent, you know, kind of sculpt you back into that innocent person.
Myself being vulnerable to the point of, you know, crying in front of these gentlemen and, you know, just basically letting my barriers down and letting that wall down to the point where I got, you know, reassurance from them that, you know, they went through the same thing and it's gonna be all right. They helped me cope with my vulnerability and helped me, you know, basically understand that, look, everybody goes through things and, you know, it's all right to share and it's gonna be all right.
I feel lucky to be in this program because I think it's giving me the opportunity to improve my mental state, which is one of the reasons, primary reasons that I supposedly, allegedly did what I did.
Jeff, congratulations, bud. Good job.
Thank you,
All right,
sir.
Jeff, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, Jeff. Thank you, sir.
If we don't heal the trauma, the behaviors won't change, and then they're going to continue in that revolving door, being incarcerated, making the choices, battling addiction to stay away from the trauma. You know, it's called corrections, but we haven't been doing anything to correct the situations that they find themselves in.
And, you know, I remember from my time in jail, sitting there and being like, this is not working. You know, just sitting here waiting for the next meal is not working. And you get out and you have nothing and you have nowhere to go. Having somebody who has been there before and gotten out and found a better way to do things, and somebody that can come in and say, like, I'm not just talking from opinion, I have been there and this is how I got better.
Just that reassurance and knowing that I got something for me when I get out and I got a lot of positive things for me. You know, it makes me happy and I feel like I could be a better person and I feel like I could be part of my community now. As of, I didn't really feel like that one beforehand.
You know, this community, it has an opportunity to be, you know, a beacon for best practice. So I urge anybody that learns about this to educate yourself further on it and be a part of it. Because the goal of this program ultimately is to connect the entire community to this. Because once those folks release out that door, they're part of the community and they never left the community.